freeing truths you can embrace in life. All the furniture, collections, clothes, and random things we hold on to for decades eventually lose meaning for the people around us. What truly matters is not the pile of belongings you've collected, but the health, energy, and joy you carry with you every single day. Seniors who choose to declutter not just their homes, but also their bodies and minds often find themselves feeling lighter, younger, and more vibrant. Letting go of unnecessary things is really about making space for what helps you thrive. Imagine how powerful it feels when your environment is simple, your body is nourished, and your spirit is focused on living instead of holding on. Staying healthy and youthful after 70 doesn't come from expensive treatments or extreme diets. It starts with small, consistent choices that fuel your body. Eating fresh fruits, colorful vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains gives your cells what they need to stay strong. Instead of filling the pantry with processed food and sugar, choose meals that energize you. Even drinking enough water daily makes a remarkable difference in how awake and alive you feel. Think of your body as the one possession that truly matters, and care for it as your most valuable asset. Every bite you eat either adds life to your years or slowly takes it away, and that's a choice you control. Movement is another form of decluttering because it removes stiffness, weakness, and fatigue. You don't need intense gym workouts to stay active. Just 20 minutes of light exercises like walking, gentle yoga, or stretching can transform how your joints and muscles feel. Dancing to your favorite songs, climbing stairs, or even gardening counts as activity. These simple movements keep your blood flowing, your heart stronger, and your mind sharper. Regular physical activity helps prevent falls, lowers the risk of disease, and gives you a natural glow of vitality that no amount of possessions can match. Energy doesn't come from holding on to things. It comes from keeping your body in motion. Decluttering frees the mind and body in ways that many people don't realize until they finally experience it. Seniors, in particular, often find themselves surrounded by decades of possessions that were once meaningful but have slowly turned into clutter that weighs them down. Each item may hold a memory, a story, or a sense of attachment, but over time those belongings can become more of a burden than a blessing. Walking into a room filled with boxes, furniture, or collections can feel overwhelming, even if you don't consciously notice it. The brain is always processing what it sees, and clutter creates mental noise that contributes to stress, fatigue, and distraction. When older adults choose to let go of the excess, they often describe a surprising sense of peace and lightness, as though they are able to breathe more freely in their own space. This process of releasing clutter is not about erasing memories or ignoring the past. It is about valuing experiences and health over material things. Family members, children, or grandchildren are not likely to treasure every object that a senior has held on to, and that truth can feel painful at first. Yet when this reality is accepted, it becomes liberating. Instead of clinging to items that will eventually be discarded, seniors can focus their energy on the here and now. They can use their homes as places of rest, joy, and movement rather than storage units for objects that no longer serve a purpose. Every drawer that is cleared, every shelf that is simplified, becomes a physical symbol of taking back control over life and choosing to live with intention. Decluttering the body works in much the same way. When the environment is overloaded, it affects the body by increasing stress hormones, making it harder to relax, and even contributing to poor sleep. Once the surroundings are simplified, the body responds positively. Seniors often notice reduced tension, improved focus, and even better digestion and energy levels when their spaces are clear. The mind and body are deeply connected, so removing clutter is like lifting invisible weight off the shoulders. That feeling of freedom translates into improved mood, stronger motivation, and a more youthful spirit that radiates through daily interactions. There is also a safety element tied to decluttering that directly supports health. For seniors, cluttered hallways or crowded living spaces increase the risk of trips and falls, which can have serious consequences. Clearing excess belongings not only improves mental and emotional well-being, but also creates safer living conditions that protect mobility and independence. A simple, open space makes it easier to move, stretch, and even perform light exercises, further reinforcing physical vitality. In this sense, decluttering the home becomes a form of preventive health care that supports longevity. The benefits extend beyond the home and into relationships as well. When seniors release clutter, they often find themselves less attached to the past and more open to new experiences. They create room in their lives for laughter, for meaningful conversations, and for spending time with loved ones without the distraction of objects crowding the environment. It shifts the focus from material possessions to human connection, which is far more nourishing for the soul. Living with less allows seniors to feel more alive, because what remains is intentional, valuable, and aligned with their well-being. The truth is that freedom from clutter is freedom for the mind, the body, and the spirit, and it is a gift that only grows more powerful with age. Nutrition is the foundation of vitality, and for seniors it can truly mean the difference between feeling sluggish and weighed down or feeling light, energetic, and youthful. As the body ages, metabolism slows, digestion changes, and nutrient absorption is not as efficient as it once was. That makes every bite of food more important, because the quality of fuel going in directly impacts the level of energy and strength coming out. Choosing fresh, wholesome foods isn't just about weight management or avoiding illness. It is about nourishing the cells, supporting brain function, strengthening bones, and keeping the immune system resilient. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats, and whole grains provides the essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that fight inflammation and slow down the aging process from the inside out. Seniors who shift their focus from quantity to quality when it comes to food often notice improvements in their mood, energy, and even clarity of thought. One of the simplest yet most overlooked aspects of nutrition is hydration. The body naturally loses some of its ability to sense thirst with age, and dehydration can sneak up quickly. Even mild dehydration can cause fatigue, headaches, constipation, and confusion, all of which can be mistaken for age-related decline. By making water a daily priority, seniors can dramatically improve their sense of well-being. Warm herbal teas, broths, and water-rich foods like cucumbers, melons, and oranges also contribute to hydration while adding variety. Replacing sugary sodas and processed drinks with pure water or healthy alternatives not only supports digestion, but also helps stabilize energy levels throughout the day. Protein intake becomes especially critical for maintaining muscle mass, which naturally declines with age. Strong muscles mean better balance, greater mobility, and reduced risk of falls. Seniors often need to be intentional about including protein-rich foods like eggs, fish, beans, yogurt, or lean poultry with every meal. This doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. Something as simple as a morning omelet, a handful of nuts, or a bowl of lentil soup can make a lasting impact on strength and endurance. Alongside protein, calcium and vitamin D are vital to bone health, helping to reduce the risk of fractures and osteoporosis. Simple choices like including leafy greens, fortified dairy or plant-based milks, and getting a little safe sunlight each day can keep bones strong and healthy. Another powerful part of senior nutrition is focusing on foods that fight inflammation. Chronic inflammation is linked to arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, and many age-related conditions. Colorful fruits and vegetables like berries, spinach, carrots, and bell peppers are packed with antioxidants that protect the body at a cellular level. Omega-3 fatty acids from sources like salmon, flax seeds, or walnuts also reduce inflammation and support brain and heart health. Even spices such as turmeric, ginger, and cinnamon can play a role in reducing stiffness and improving vitality. Every plate of food is an opportunity to strengthen the body rather than weaken it, and those who make these choices daily find themselves moving with more ease and enjoying sharper memory. Equally important is the mindset around eating. Nutrition should not feel like restriction or punishment, but rather as a form of self-respect and care. Eating slowly, savoring meals, and choosing foods that are both nourishing and enjoyable makes the process sustainable. Seniors who view each meal as an investment in their health are more likely to feel empowered and consistent in their habits. With the right nutrition, the body has the energy to stay active, the resilience to fight off illness, and the vitality to enjoy life fully. It becomes clear that food is not just fuel, but the foundation of longevity and the secret to living youthfully, no matter the number of years lived. movement keeps you young, and for seniors, it is one of the most powerful habits to embrace. The body is designed to move, and when it does, everything from circulation to digestion to brain health improves. Many people believe aging automatically means weakness, stiffness, and loss of independence, but most of these issues are not caused by age itself, rather by inactivity. Muscles that are not used begin to shrink, joints that are not stretched become stiff, and bones that are not challenged grow weaker. The good news is that even small amounts of regular movement can reverse much of this decline and bring back energy, balance, and vitality. Seniors who commit to light daily exercises often discover they feel years younger, not because they turned back time, but because they gave their bodies the activity they crave. Walking is one of the simplest yet most effective forms of exercise. Just 15 to 20 minutes of steady walking strengthens the heart, keeps circulation flowing, and helps manage blood pressure and cholesterol. Walking outdoors adds the bonus of fresh air and sunlight, which supports vitamin D production and uplifts mood. For those who may not be able to walk long distances, even short strolls around the house or garden provide benefits. Consistency matters far more than intensity. When walking becomes a daily ritual, it builds endurance, strengthens the legs, and gives the body a rhythm of movement that carries into all areas of life. Stretching is another vital part of staying youthful. As the body ages, flexibility naturally decreases, but gentle stretching can maintain mobility and prevent stiffness. Simple stretches for the back, shoulders, and hips ease tension, reduce the risk of injury, and make everyday tasks easier. Gentle yoga or chair yoga is particularly beneficial for seniors, combining stretches with mindful breathing that improves balance and calms the nervous system. Even a few minutes of stretching in the morning or before bed can release tightness and create a sense of ease in the body. Strength training, though often overlooked, is especially important for seniors. Using light weights, resistance bands, or even bodyweight exercises like squats against a chair or wall push-ups builds muscle mass, supports bone density, and improves posture. Stronger muscles protect the joints, making movement safer and more efficient. Seniors who practice light strength exercises a few times per week often notice improved balance and greater confidence in their movements, reducing the fear of falling. The added strength also makes daily activities like climbing stairs, lifting groceries, or getting out of a chair much easier. Balance-focused activities are equally important because falls are one of the greatest risks as people age. Simple practices like standing on one leg while holding a chair for support, practicing heel-to-toe walking, or engaging in Tai Chi can dramatically improve stability. These small movements challenge the body's coordination systems and help prevent accidents. When balance improves, confidence grows, allowing seniors to move more freely without hesitation or fear. The benefits of regular movement extend beyond the body to the mind. Exercise increases blood flow to the brain, improving memory, focus, and mood. Physical activity releases endorphins, which naturally fight stress and depression. Seniors who stay active often feel sharper, more optimistic, and more motivated to engage with life. Exercise also supports better sleep, which in turn helps the body repair and renew itself. Each session of movement becomes a cycle of energy, positivity, and resilience that reinforces the sense of youthfulness. Movement does not have to be complicated or exhausting. Dancing to music, gardening, light swimming, or even playful activities with grandchildren all count as exercise. What matters most is making movement a daily habit. By keeping the body in motion, seniors are not only protecting their health, but actively choosing a lifestyle of energy, independence, and joy. Movement becomes the bridge between aging and thriving, proving that staying young is not about the number of years lived, but about how actively and fully those years are embraced. Lifestyle choices shape wellness in ways that go far deeper than most people realize, especially for seniors who want to maintain energy, independence, and a youthful spirit. Every small decision, from how you sleep to how you spend your time, adds up to create either vitality or decline. It is not only about eating right or exercising, but about cultivating a daily rhythm that supports the body and mind together. When lifestyle habits align with health, the entire aging process feels lighter, more empowering, and even enjoyable. Seniors who prioritize restful sleep, manage stress, nurture social connections, and embrace calm living often notice they feel younger than their years because their choices are working for them instead of against them. Sleep is one of the most powerful but underestimated factors in health. As the body rests, cells repair, hormones balance, and energy is restored. Yet many seniors struggle with poor sleep due to irregular routines, cluttered bedrooms, or too much screen time before bed. Creating a calming nighttime environment, reducing clutter in the sleeping space, keeping a consistent bedtime, and avoiding heavy meals late at night can make sleep deeper and more restorative. A good night's rest doesn't just improve energy the next day, it strengthens memory, supports heart health, and boosts mood. Sleep becomes the silent healer, allowing the body to renew itself every single night. Managing stress is another essential part of lifestyle wellness. Chronic stress floods the body with hormones that weaken the immune system, accelerate aging, and sap energy. Seniors who practice simple stress-reducing habits like meditation, breathing exercises, prayer, or even spending quiet time in nature experience profound improvements in well-being. Letting go of unnecessary worries and focusing on gratitude lightens the emotional load. Decluttering the mind, much like decluttering the home, creates space for peace and clarity. When stress is under control, blood pressure stabilizes, digestion improves, and the heart feels lighter. This inner calm reflects outwardly in better relationships and a more youthful outlook. Human connection also plays a huge role in shaping wellness. Loneliness is one of the biggest threats to health in older age, often linked to depression, memory decline, and even physical illness. On the other hand, seniors who maintain meaningful friendships, spend time with family, or engage in community activities live with greater purpose and joy. Laughter with friends, shared meals, or volunteering provide a sense of belonging that enriches life far more than possessions ever could. Connection nourishes the soul, and a nourished soul keeps the body strong. Choosing calm over chaos also has transformative effects. When seniors simplify their lives, reduce clutter, and focus on what truly matters, they create environments that support relaxation and energy. A clean, open space encourages movement and reduces anxiety, making the home a place of healing rather than stress. Lifestyle wellness also includes making time for hobbies, learning new skills, or exploring creative passions. These activities stimulate the brain, provide joy, and give each day a sense of excitement. Every lifestyle choice builds on another. A night of restful sleep leads to more energy for exercise. Regular movement improves sleep quality. Stress reduction supports better digestion, which in turn fuels the body more effectively. Social connection lifts mood, which motivates healthier choices in diet and activity. All these elements weave together, creating a strong foundation of health that makes aging not something to fear, but something to embrace with strength and vitality. A healthy lifestyle becomes the invisible structure that carries seniors into every new day with confidence, proving that wellness is not one big act, but a collection of small, intentional choices repeated with love and consistency. Mindset matters most, and it is often the single factor that determines whether seniors feel old and tired or alive and youthful. The way we think shapes the way we experience our bodies, our relationships, and our lives. A negative mindset rooted in regret, fear, or bitterness drains energy, while a positive one rooted in gratitude, hope, and acceptance creates vitality. As people age, it becomes easy to focus on what has been lost, youth, opportunities, or physical abilities, but dwelling on loss only accelerates decline. Shifting the mindset to focus on what can still be enjoyed, achieved, and appreciated transforms the entire experience of aging. Seniors who wake up with an attitude of thankfulness, who see each day as an opportunity, radiate energy that no number of possessions or external circumstances can provide. The power of the mind is closely tied to the health of the body. Stressful thoughts trigger physical responses like elevated blood pressure, muscle tension, and fatigue, while uplifting thoughts trigger relaxation and the release of feel-good chemicals that support health. By practicing mindfulness, affirmations, or simply choosing to focus on positive aspects of life, seniors can literally improve how their bodies function. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges, but rather approaching them with resilience and perspective. A senior who believes, I can stay active, I can eat well, I can enjoy life, is far more likely to take positive actions that reinforce those beliefs, while one who believes, I'm too old, it's too late, will unconsciously limit themselves and decline faster. Mindset also shapes the way seniors interact with others. A cheerful, optimistic attitude invites connection, while negativity often pushes people away. Maintaining a sense of humor, finding reasons to laugh, and choosing kindness builds stronger relationships that nourish emotional health. Being open to learning, trying new experiences, and staying curious about the world creates mental stimulation that keeps the brain young. The mind thrives when it feels engaged, and a curious mindset fuels that engagement. Seniors who read, explore hobbies, or even embrace new technology with an open heart often find themselves feeling younger than those who resist change and shut themselves off from growth. Another important element of mindset is self-image. Seniors who see themselves as capable, valuable, and worthy continue to invest in their health and pursue meaningful activities. They dress with pride, care for their appearance, and move with confidence. This self-respect reinforces a cycle of energy and motivation. On the other hand, those who view themselves as frail or irrelevant often begin to withdraw, which only speeds up decline. Believing in one's worth at any age creates a powerful drive to live fully. A positive mindset doesn't erase the challenges of aging, but it changes the way they are experienced. Instead of feeling defeated by physical limitations, a person with the right mindset adapts, finds alternatives, and focuses on what is still possible. Instead of clinging to the past, they savor the present. Instead of fearing the future, they approach it with hope and acceptance. This outlook strengthens resilience and ensures that life continues to feel meaningful and joyful. The truth is that while diet, exercise, and lifestyle play crucial roles in senior health, none of them are sustainable without the right mindset. It is the foundation that keeps everything else together, proving that the spirit can remain youthful long after the body has aged.